G'day everybody, really excited to introduce you to Vision RV's latest caravan range. We've been working really hard in the background and the innovations and the evolution of this van and has to be on your short list of vans to inspect. It's a 100% timber-free construction. It is 100% sandwich panel composite shell, aluminium extrusions all round. We're the only ones in the world that actually build the shell separately to the chassis, so it's incredibly strong. Heavy duty chassis running all the way through, especially with your ribbing running underneath. It's all hot dip gal, really good A-frame length so you can do good articulation. Moving along to the toolbox, you've got an integrated stone shield on the front with the toolbox, gas bottles in the front, water manifolds, hot and cold shower on both sides, massive drawers, pole carrier. Got our ute bed on the top here to strap things down, firewood, all those kind of bulky items. Weber slots in here. Got the convenient tray so you can work on the side of the van without any dramas. Huge big storage facility here. And you've got the benefit of a second tunnel boot here as well. So massive aperture, right? Huge storage. Again, super strong with the honeycomb composite floor throughout. And then also with our triple sealing hatches, okay? The plastic hatches that you get on traditional vans are dinky, they don't seal, they let dust in, they let water in. The bracket, the hinges are always snapping. So incredibly well done here. And then the convenience of your second tunnel boot there, really, really cool. Raptor coated all around the bottom. And with the Raptor coating, we Raptor it after we've constructed. So this is our own proprietary extrusion down here, incredibly strong. You really need to speak to one of our team to have a demonstration on that to see the difference that our base extrusion presents. But then we Raptor it, so it's superior sealing. A lot of our competitors will do their bench, build their walls on a bench, Raptor it, and then slot it into the extrusion. It works, but you are susceptible to water getting between the extrusion and the panel and filling up the cavity inside there. So we're very, very conscious to Raptor it, and we're very good at it. Moving along, we've got nice heavy-duty wheel arch flares as well. Then your beautiful big kitchen. Again, triple sealing hatch, comes down to form what I believe to be the most supreme kitchen on the market in Australia. And from what I saw at my overseas trips last year, I would say this is probably the best kitchen in the world right now. Again, got your convenient hot and cold flicker mixer here as well. We don't waste any space with trying to incorporate a sink into the van. One of those acrylic collapsible sinks slots down here perfectly. It also allows you to just take the wastewater away and get it away from the van. All that kind of stuff. You don't want it in your grey tank, and you especially don't want to be draining it down next to your van because all it does is attract ants and all the bugs to the side of your van. So being able to do your business, take it away, rinse it is the best way to go. Again, all powder coated aluminium. When I say 100% timber free, I mean not just the construction of the shell, I mean everything on the inside as well. So this is all laser cut, powder coated. As you can see, it's all stainless steel nylocked as well together. So incredibly strong, incredibly hard wearing. Moving along, you've got your dock on the outside. If you wanted to option it for a fusion speaker, most people just use a UE boom or something these days, so we don't actually bother fitting a stereo anymore. Convenient dock for your Garmin brain that sits on the outside and allows you to control everything conveniently. There's also a dock on the inside. I've got a dock in my car, so I can actually then take that into my car and I can control all the features like external lights, etc. from the car. So really, really convenient. So airbag controls, all that kind of jazz. I can turn the Gusto dust reduction system on and off from the car as well. I can monitor my power in and power out. So is my car charging? All those really convenient things that you want, all at your fingertips on a dock that sits on a ram mount in my car. You've got day and night mode on there as well. You've got different settings in regards to date. So you've got travel mode, okay. You've got day mode and night mode, for example. And then you can go in and you can set up the different modes in a back page of this, or you've got all off. So you just know that you're not going to be consuming any power as well. Again, with this dock here, we're the only ones that have this feature, which is being able to go from off altogether with your lights outside. You can turn them on to white, you can turn them on to amber again, but they are also dimmable, okay? These lights are incredibly bright and a thirsty power consumer, and a lot of the time you don't want to have them just on bright or off. There's no in between with every other van, and you can dim it on both white or amber. So really, really convenient. And that also works for the combination of the rear light and the offside light. That also does amber and white, and also dimmable for white and amber. Again, you've got the convenience of your airbag controls here as well. So you can level it up on site, okay? Or jack it up to tilt it over to get it past a tree or an obstacle. You can jack it up to get through some really hard off-road stuff. And then when you get on site, all you have to do is just press the auto leveling feature, and it will then level up the van for you automatically. You don't even have to think about it. It's super convenient. No more ramps, all that kind of jazz. So really, really great feature. Again, you've got all your water tanks on here as well, easily on and off with compressors and things like that. You can turn the Gusto dust reduction system on and off. Really wonderful technology, backed by Garmin. Garmin are the biggest electrical company in the world for these kind of features. And that's why we've partnered with Garmin for this. I'm a mechanic by trade, and I understand reliability, and I understand that you need dependability, you need serviceability, and you need the backing of a large company where their technology evolves, and they will always be there to support you, and they don't just come up with a new idea and dump the previous one. This is an incredible bit of technology. We're working very closely with them, which they're now implementing around the world. So Vision RV at the moment is absolutely setting the scene in regards to construction technology, materials, and also control systems. So let me take you a little bit further on our tour now, guys. Pop our dock back up. You've got twin USBs, you've got a SIGI socket, twin 240 antenna out here for your TV. Convenient electric step here as well. Okay, works great. Got your induction cooktop that sits here as well, easily pulled out. The beautiful thing about our kitchen also is we're not consuming tunnel boot space, okay? All the other kitchens that have to slide back into an aperture of your van will consume precious storage space and also have to be fully packed up and fully set up every time you want to use them. You do not leave a slide-out kitchen out overnight in some areas where you'll get bugs and midges, and all of that will come in through that hatch. That will get into your van, and it's horrible. Where for us, all we have to do each night, done. Kitchen is packed up, van is all sealed up, and that is absolutely the way to go. We have designed these without compromise. At every turning point when we had to make a decision about how we constructed it, how we designed it, and the materials we used absolutely the best available on the market right now. And it comes from a hell of a lot of experience over the years with a few thousand vans that we've put out in the Sunseeker range, etc. like that we've learnt so much about what works and what doesn't work. But also it comes down to the materials that we use and how they integrate together. So what you can see here on the back is our extrusion, right? So this is an incredibly strong aluminium extrusion which wraps all the way around the edging of the vans as well. So what that means is superior sealing. There's no screws or anything for water to get in. On a traditional van, you're going to have what they call a J-mold or a true line that runs around this edge all the way over. There'd be probably 200 screws between here and over there. Water sits in that channel, and then you need to rely on the bloke who did those screws. Every single screw needs to be 100% perfectly sealed, or the capillary action will let water in. Now, regardless of whether that's a timber frame or an aluminium frame, even with aluminium frame, if the water gets in, yeah, it may not rot the frame, but it will certainly rot all of your internal walls. You'll get mold developing inside that wall cavity. It's a very, very bad case scenario there. Then you're going to try and have to replace that wall panel on the inside by removing all of your cabinetry, and the van's never the same afterwards. And it's a huge, huge insurance bill. And if it's not covered by insurance, which sometimes it's not, it's a big bill for yourself, okay? So this extrusion then mixed with 30mm composite panel. We use a 2mm German glass on the outside, a high density extruded styrofoam. It's then what's called a vacuum bed, and that pulls it all together to bond it in an incredibly good, consistent way for the entire panel. This is one panel that is CNC'd out for all the different apertures, and it goes all the way over. So I spent a lot of years in the motor trade, from being a mechanic into the cars and then running dealerships and whatnot. And the technology that I saw in the vehicles, when I came to the caravan industry, I went, why isn't innovation happening? Why are people not pushing forward with new materials and new construction techniques? And one of the biggest things that we've seen with the evolution of the automotive industry is the technology in regards to computer design things, and then robots and all of that kind of jazz, to remove the human factor. And I know that sounds bad, but you've got to remove the human factor. That's from inconsistent labour, inconsistent skill sets, and also inconsistent attitude to whether they feel like doing a good job or a bad job that day. We're actually pushed back to everything in this van is designed in SolidWorks. It is 100% cut out with machinery, and it is precision joined together. So this one panel goes all the way over. It's CNC'd out for all the little things we need to put in everywhere. And that means that there's no joins all the way over. Paired up with this extrusion and the base extrusion, the honeycomb composite floor, and then we've also got a subframe underneath this as well, which is how we bond it to the chassis. There is no van ever made that is as strong as this. We are the only ones that have a shell being made on a jig, so it's millimetre perfect. And it gets made all the way through that production process on that jig. And then at the end of it, we raise it up, we roll the chassis under, and then we huck bolt this shell down to that chassis. It's incredibly strong, and that is an absolutely unrivaled combination of strength. Okay guys, again, only choosing the best quality finishes. We've got your Euro style door. Your insert comes swinging around, so you've got the full security mesh as well. Again, awesome sealing, comes back against the van. Security mesh feature there if you want. Double electric step. So come on inside guys, let me show you around.